Yo, what up? You already know the score with your big dog. Fatty. Outside looking inside, surviving prison. Yiddy. Yo, so we back at it. You already know what to do, man. Hit that like or that dislike. Help the algorithm out. Help the channel grow. Help the channel grow. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I had did my walk earlier and I was in the comments. I was in the comment section reading what was going on. And I see it's a couple people that's really asking about something that I said in the Mike the Barber interview where I said that then he mentioned about a riot, something that took place down there, and I said that was because of me. And it was. So a few people heard me say that and was asking for the story behind it. I actually forgot about it, but now I remember it. I mean, I never forgot about the story, but I just forgot about that situation. There was so many things, but a whole bunch of stuff happened in that. So I'm gonna tell the story, and cause too, I felt the way at the time. We never even talked about it, but maybe we will now. But okay, so look, the story went like this. We had like a little poker circuit on the pod that we was in Richland Correctional Institution. We was on a dirty nickel, 5 up. So anybody who was down there, no, this was 2011. I had been locked up since 2000. No, I had been locked up since 1995. I had been in Richland Correctional Institution since 2002. So me being who I was and being established, my feet was kicked up. I was chilling. I wasn't doing nothing. It was just like I had it made. I ain't had to go outside for nothing. I ain't even have to put shoes on my feet. I just be in my Crocs all day. Crocs and socks all day. Didn't even go outside for nothing. They have to. Had everything inside. And if it wasn't inside, then somebody would run and do whatever and bring it back to me. However it go. That's what I'm saying. I'm a big dog. But I wasn't the only big dog. It was a lot of. I was just established. You feel me? I'm OG. So I was laying back and just chilling. I was making wine at that time. I was a hooch man. Had a hard spot for hooch. I wasn't selling weed. I never sold weed, but I was smoking weed. And just had a lot of little stuff that was bringing a bunch of little stuff in. And poker was one of them. So poker was every single solitary day for me in there. Poker was every day. Either I'm playing on the sideline, gambling, or I'm housing. And if I'm housing, I'm winning everything. So anyway, that's what happened. It's a night I'm housing, and dude came in my game. And how the game is if you come to the table with $10 and you come to the table with $10 worth of merchandise, food, whatever, anything valuable that's add up to $10 at the poker table, you're going to get $10 worth of poker chips. If you lose them $10 worth of poker chips, then you can go down, you can borrow up to $10. You can borrow up to the amount you bring to the table to play. So that's what happened in this situation. And then at the end of the night, a lot of people be down. If it's 12 people that's playing, it's easily 8 people gonna be minus on paper. And yeah, some people, it was probably more than 8. It probably was the whole 12 minus on paper, but they already done cleaned up before the night ended type thing. But anyway, this dude was on paper. And I'm going to say little dude because he was younger than me, but he was taller than me and bigger than me. But I'm saying little dude because they was younger than me. All of them, they was younger than me by a lot too, by a lot. 7, 8 years type thing. 10 years. So at that time. So, yeah, he was down on paper. We had met in passing because you can go through one side of the bathroom and come out on the other side of the bathroom and be on a whole nother pod. This side is pod A. This side is pod B. So hold on, 5A, B, C, D. No, we was upstairs, 5 up. So this pod is C and this pod is D. So I'm coming through the D bathroom, he coming through the C bathroom, and we crossing in the bathroom. I'm just so happy I got my paper, and I'm looking for him anyway. I'm looking for everybody that's on this paper that owe. And when I see him coming, he a person that owes. So I'm like, hey, bro, I got you on this paper. Like, what's going on? And a lot of the times when people was down on paper, at the end of the night, either they gonna pay. A lot of the times they don't have the money to pay, so they'll strike little deals like, okay, I owe you, for example, $5. I'll give you $8 if you wait till next week when I go to the store. Or they'll say, I house tomorrow and you can get half of my game if you house half of my game. So it's like you owe $5 to $10, and then you gonna let me house your game tomorrow. The game gonna bring in about $350, and we splitting that because you owe me. This is a no-brainer. So of course I'm going and I'm talking to everybody that's on my paper, because I'm gonna get out of these 8 people, I'm gonna get about 3 house days. I'm gonna get about half of 3 house days, and then my own full house day by myself. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. I'm winning. I'm eating everywhere in the circuit. So yeah, I see him in the bathroom. I'm like, what's up with the money? He like, man, I ain't got it. I'm a woo-woo, and just passed me. So I turned, I'm like, what's up, man? What you say? And he turned around and did like a, man, I told you I'm gonna get it when I get it. So when he did that, I did that. And it was like, you know what I'm saying, pap on his mouth. And so now oh, you shouldn't have did that. Like I said, we in the bathroom, and the bathroom is the fight area, because everywhere outside on the pod, it got cameras all up on the wall and stuff. So everybody go to the bathroom and fight if you don't want to get caught. But if you want to crash or you just don't care, then you're going to fight out there on the camera. Then you're going to get caught, and they're going to rewind the camera, see the fight, and you're going to go to the hole. So I wasn't trying to go to the hole. And then, too, I wasn't even trying to fight, but it was just his tone, how he did that little stump turnaround flex thing. My hand lightweight had a mind of his own, and it just reached up and pip, that went with it. Take that with you. And but now it's like, okay, I done put my hands on, bruh, so we gonna have to fight. We grown. I mean, that's how I go. It ain't no really, if he want to fight, then we gonna have to fight. We gonna have to take care of it. But it's count time too. So we have to make our way to our racks. We go get it. We sitting on our racks. I done put my shoes on because I got Crocs on. I'm walking around with Crocs on all day. And so we at our rack for count time. I put my shoes on. Count probably like lasts a half hour or whatnot. And I see him. He putting his shoes on. He talking to his little rappy, which is one of my little rappies. So it's a long story, but it's a group of them. And I was looking out for him. The dude that I get into it, he was just like the eyeball out. He was like newer to the institution, to the pod. He didn't have a whole bunch of time, but he was one of their little gang members. So he was walking around. He was real arrogant, thought he was tough, and you know what I'm saying? He was doing stuff all wrong. So I really didn't have a good vibe with him anyway. I really didn't like him anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't had no problems with him. But I'm looking at him like, you know how you just don't, sometimes you just don't agree with a person. So I really wasn't feeling him anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? So when count clear, he come past, he give me the nod, like, get in there. You know what it is. So I'm getting up, I'm going in there. So when I'm going in there, I'm halfway thinking it's going to be me and him, but then I see his buddy. But like I said, me and his buddy cool. I ain't going to say his name or whatnot, but me and his buddy was semi all right. I was feeding him, put a little food in his belly and everything, keeping him out the way. Just trying to talk to him and tell him other stuff. But anyway, he going there with us. So when we square up, we get in there, we square up. And as soon as we square up, I see the other dude who I was talking about trying to like circle around me like he trying to do a thing. And at first when we square up, I'm like this. And the dude, and the one little homie in front of me, and the other one like right here on the side of him, but behind him. So now he coming this way, spinning me this way, but I'm seeing the other one on my peripheral, and I'm seeing him coming in. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm tough. I can fight, but I ain't just about to, you know what I'm saying, stand up in here with two grown men and try to get busy like that in the bathroom, in jail. No, it ain't. And I see you out. So I throw the big one. I just throw the big one just so he can move out the way. I know he gonna move. So I throw the big one. The little dude I'm into it move. Boom. So I make my way out. I turn around. I say, okay, because my back, I'm in the shower. My ain't no exit back here. This the only exit, and they're in front of me. So when I throw the big one and get over there, now my back and they in the back. Say, okay, I see what it is. So I'm leaving out the bathroom. All I got to do is just go get somebody, anybody. I don't care. First person I see, Mike the barber. So I'm like, bruh, come in here. Me and Mike got a history. You know what I'm saying? We got a history. But that's another story. So I see him. I'm like, bruh, come up in here, man. These niggas just try to do the little thing to me. I'm about to pound him out. I'm about to pound one out. And then just watch my back because I want to work with the other one too now. And he like, what? I'm like, man, come on in here. So we go in there. And I tell him, I'm just like, watch him. I'm about to funky handle him. So I'm going right in. I'm thinking like my back got. I'm going in, but I really ain't thinking my back got. I'm thinking I'm cool though, but I'm still on my peripheral shit. So I'm like this, and I see the other dude still coming in, and I see Mike not moving. So yeah, I ain't got no time to waste. I say, okay, boom, Pirtle, Mike ain't the one. You know, at that time, for some reason, like, we gonna have to talk about it. And I felt the way about that too, because you know what I'm saying? Mike ain't budged. His performance was boo-boo. His performance was boo-boo at that time. And but it's a lot of variables. And then me being older now and being home, it's some stuff. But I do want to hear what he got to say out his mouth about this. And I know he gonna see this, so we gonna politic. But yeah, his turkey ass didn't budge at that moment. So I leave out the bathroom again. The second person I see, Mike was the first. Second person I see, my dude Diego from Canton. So I'm like, man, D, come in here, man. I just need another body, man. Keep the other one off me. I'm going to funky handle this one real quick. I'm going to make quick work. And then I want the other one. So we go back in there. This is what I tell Diego. So we go back in there. So he like, who you want me to watch? I say, man, just keep an eye on him. I'm about to do him something bad. And Diego just punched the dude. Bam, he punched him. I go in. So we going in. I'm going in on mine. He going in on his. Somebody say CO's coming. So we scatter. We get up out of there. So now we on the other side on D side. We on D side. And I'm furious. I told you that his camera's all in the pod. I'm furious. And in the bathroom too, the floor wet in the shower. So I slipped a little bit. I ain't get touched or nothing. It was just I was trying to get so active that I was slipping. And I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? So now I ain't going back in the bathroom. I ain't had no fight. Or nothing like this in so long. You know what I'm saying? I've been out the game. I'm chilling, feet up. I'm just all player mode. So, but they brung me out. So now I'm climbing up the wall. I'm getting the Vaseline, climbing up the wall. I'm greasing the cameras and everything. We ain't going in the bathroom no more. We about to do this out here. So, now they standing up in front of the CO desk by the ice machine. They don't want to come back there. I'm like, come here. Let me holler at you real quick. We about to talk about it, but they don't want to come back there. They calling me out there. They talking about they want to squash it. So we go out there. So now I'm saying I don't want to squash it. No, we ain't squashing nothing. Diego like, man, why you so mad? Like, what you mean? He like, man, did they jump you? No. Did they punch you? No. Did they do anything to you? I'm like, no, actually, I ended up hitting him because he did the thing. He like, so why are you so mad? And it kind of made me think about it, but it was just a respect thing. Like who I was, who I am, how I carry myself in there. You know what I'm saying? I was no nonsense and I wasn't on no BS or nothing. So, and then I was with it. I was all the way with it. So if I'm chilling, then let me alone. So yeah, it was like a disrespect thing for me. Because like I said, I'm big dog. I carry myself like a big dog. So you're going to treat me like a big dog. And if I let that go If I let that go, then it's bad for me. It's bad for me. Everybody watching. Yeah, for real. Like, everybody watching. One little chink in the armor, down, baby. For real, they'll start stealing your stuff. I was on the dormitory too. I went in the cell. But they'll start stealing your stuff. You'll start getting trapped. It's just so much stuff that'll happen to you if they just see one little thing, if they feel like it's just one little chink in your armor, I'm telling you. So I had to go all out. So anyway, it really wasn't all out. So like I said, they wanted to squash it. But I knew they in the game, and we in the pod, and the pod locked down, and it's 10 pods on the compound. We just in one pod. I know in the morning when the yard open and everybody get to come outside to the yard, they gonna go tell their other little buddies that's in another pod, and they gonna feel a different way. You know what I'm saying? So this is just facts. So no sleep till Brooklyn. I'm up all night. I'm up all night. In that type of situation, there ain't no sleeping because it ain't no door. It ain't no door to close. You not safe. You sleeping on a dorm. You sleeping on a pod. It's just rows of beds, rows of bunk beds. Rows of bunk beds. It's about probably maybe 15 bunk beds on this wall. And then right across 5 feet, 15 more bunk beds. And that's one street. And then there's 3 streets on the pod. C side, then D side. And it's probably more than 50. It's probably like 20 and 20 on the street. It's probably 40 beds on the street. And there's 3 streets on each pod. And it's 10 pods. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The yard opened in the morning time. And everybody go to breakfast. That's how you know. You go to breakfast, you in breakfast, you're going to see who all up, who all in there, who eating, who got on hoods or gloves, or who packing up and talk, who sitting in a group and talking. You know what I'm saying? That's when you found out who. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see the different little gangs sitting around talking. Everybody talking about what happened in the pod last night. And you see the little group, the gang group, they getting together. And you know what I'm saying? Just the nosy people, all type of stuff going on. So, the yard open. I come out on the yard. And it's really me and Diego. We ain't go get nobody. And Diego from Canton, I'm from Cleveland. So we come outside. And lo and behold, I will say his name, Squeak. He was like the compound leader. He was the leader of the gang, the compound, but he was my age. And this somebody who came up with me in Mansfield. He was actually my cellie. And how me and this dude, and this was in the 90s, and we both was young, and we was cellies, and we was cool. And one night we watching the news, and something happened to his relative. It was like his niece or something, if I ain't mistaken. And the guy had, she was a little girl, and he did some real horrible things to her, real bad things to her, and ended up, and his sentencing was on the news, and we saw it when we were cellies. And like a month later, we was outside, we was playing football, and we saw the dude on the compound. And Squeak came and told me, like, man, dude here. What? And we just went over there and just, you feel me? So me and Squeak got that type of bond. So when Squeak see me, he like, oh man, it's you? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he like, man, it's squashed. It's over with. Just like that. It's squashed. We dap, we hug. I turn around, I go to the pod, I go to sleep. I've been up all night. I go to sleep. They come in there in the afternoon, like maybe 1 p.m., wake me up. Hey, man, they got Diego surrounded. I get up. I run. He was on a pull-up bar at the rec. So I get over there. Boom, I bust up in there, Squeak and his little crew. I'm like, Squeak, what's up, baby? He like, man, it's over with you, fatty. I'm like, man, if it's over with me, it got to be over with him, too. He with me. He like, man, he put his hands on one of my dudes, and I'm like, man, if it's over with him, it got to be over. If it's over with me, it got to be over with him, or it can't be over with. I can't leave him, Squeak. So Squeak like, all right, it's over with. So, boom. So just that fast, he says it's over with. and another dude walking up. He from Canton. So they just really want anything with anybody now, and they saying it's squash with me. So the guy walking up, I say his name goes. So he walking up, and a little one just punching. Come to find out, Ghost and Diego is cool. So when Diego see Ghost get hit, Diego react. So when I see Diego react, I react. So it's a quick little melee, a quick little scuffle, you know what I'm saying? And it's going. And so the COs, they in these like little buggies, and it's closed off. It got a door on it. It's a little buggy, probably big enough for one person, maybe two or whatever. But it got a little flimsy door. So he coming and he flying up there to the fight. He flying, and he try to be slick. So he try to turn the wheel and make the little thing go to the side. And when it came to the side, he tried to kick the door open, and he got like a flash bomb. So he kicked the door open and tried to throw the flash bomb, but he kicked the door too hard, and the door hit that, and came back and caught the flash bomb and hit the flash bomb back into the little buggy with him. Boom, and blew up in there on him. Another CO get punched and get dropped. He get up, get to chasing behind the dude. Little dude fast. He running and doing his shakes. And when he do the last shake and go left, the CO kept straight right into a fire hydrant. Flipped him up. He hit that, flip over that. It was just all type of stuff going on. And it looked like, well, it was Canton against Cleveland. And then a couple little sprinkles of Crips and stuff came and hopped in and whatnot. But it was a little bit of everybody, and people that didn't even have nothing to do with it. They were seeing their opportunity to sucker punch somebody, so they was just flattening people. So people was just getting flattened for a little second. And so yeah, but it was wild. It was real. It just seemed crazy. So after a while, like I ain't do too much. I see Diego was cool. He stopped firing. So it wasn't no need for me to keep firing. So I was back. So that's how I was seeing a lot of the stuff. And man, 2 months later they came and got me because of a statement that one of the dudes wrote, telling on me, telling everything. The poker table, the bathroom incident, the climbing up the wall, greasing thing. They told everything. And this was the one who was supposed to be a gangster. You feel me? He told all that. And this wasn't even about getting no extra time or nothing. This wasn't about nothing. We was already in prison. At that time, and it really wasn't nothing but a little fight, but they told on me. So they came and got me like 2 months later, man. Put me in a hole. I think I did like 60-something days in a hole. They rolled me out to Lebanon. And then it was still a whole thing. So they rolled me like 3 hours away from home, far out, to Lebanon, Ohio, to all the way where they don't like Cleveland. They can't stand Cleveland. So I was on guard. Then the dude who wrote the statement on me, there's so much. Outside looking inside, surviving prison. It's so much going on with this story. Like, it's just a whole little chain, because I didn't get out of prison. That was 2011. I just rolled to Lebanon, and then I did like a little bit over a year in Lebanon. Then, I got a hardship and rolled out from there. But the dude who told on me, he ended up coming to Lebanon. So he requesting a fight. Then for real, like, this dude requesting a fight. He sending a message for me to come out to rec, to come and fight him. I told that dude, man, I went to rec and told him too. So I ended up pulling up only 2 more times after that. But that time when he was requesting a fight, I pulled up, I went to rec, and I had something on me too, because like you already got me 3 hours away from home. You done told on me. You know you told on me. Now you mad at me because I'm passing your statement paper around. So now you act like you want to fight. Dude, at this point, it's bigger than fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling. You already got me way down here. So I threatened him. I told him some hard stuff. I ain't really going to repeat it on here, but I definitely told him, I let him know that it ain't no fighting. It ain't going to be no fighting. I'm going to go ahead and just do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? And then, so we was down there. It wasn't no problems. Like I said, I was only there for a year. It was disgusting. The worst part of my bid, I did 22 and a half years in prison, and Lebanon Correctional Institution is the worst year of my incarceration. It's horrible down there, man. They got roaches. Man, they got roaches that's like this big, family. On everything, you can hear them. They be like, and if you step on it, you hear that baby crunch. Like, man, for real. Rats, mice, the windows busted. You will see a bird fly through there like Shawshank type stuff, man. You will see a bird fly through there. In the wintertime, you will see a snowflake coming through the windows, man. For real, man. Hey, I ain't capping. Anybody that's been in Lebanon Correctional Institution can tell you I ain't capping. Police got the big, long, nice sticks. All of them. And they wishing a nigga would. They on your top. I seen them do a dude cuffed up from behind like this, shackled on his feet. So it's two in the back holding his back legs up. And they got him cuffed. And they got the stick under this arm, picking him up with the stick. So he like this. And the door is metal. Boom, head first into the door, opening the door with it. To where they bam his head, and then his stuff just get to leaking. So now you just see a trail of blood, and they just dragging him down this long hallway like that. Never to be seen again. You know what I'm saying? They'll funky handle you like that, and then throw you in a hole and ride you out. You heard me? It's a raw little thing. But outside looking inside, you already know what it is. Holla at your guys, fatty. Hit that like or that dislike. Y'all heard me? Outside looking inside.